Shelby, it's time. Daddy, it's time. Daddy, it's time. It's time.
It's time!
We're heading out to Louisiana to revisit a small town with a big heart. Steel Magnolias is a 1989 film based on the stage play. Always suggested that the meaning of the title alludes to the fact that the leading ladies are both beautifully delicate as a flower, yet tough as steel. Today, we're catching up with possibly the best core group of female actresses of all time. If you enjoy our throwback, be sure to give it a thumbs up for us and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a memory now. Sally Field as Malin Eatonton. Malin Eatonton is a social worker and mom of the century, literally giving her organ to daughter Shelby to try and save her life. Watching Sally try and come to terms with losing her only daughter is heart-wrenching, and Sally puts on the performance of a lifetime. Sally Field began acting in 1962, and by 65, she had her own title role in the series Gidget. However, it was Field's 1967 role as Sister Bertrill, aka the Flying Nun, that really made her a household favorite. Sally Field broke into cinemas everywhere as Carrie co-starring with Burt Reynolds in Smokey and the Bandit and its sequel. From 76 to 82, Field had a relationship with Burt Reynolds. During their relationship, the duo co-starred in 4 films together. Then 1979's titular role as Norma Ray gave Sally her first Academy Award nomination and victory. She'd win again in 1984 for Places in the Heart. Heading into the 90s, Sally Field acted alongside Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire. Today, she's 77 years old and still active in showbiz. Field was most recently part of the 2020 AMC show Dispatches from Elsewhere, as well as the show Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, and the feature films Spoiler Alert and 80 for Brady. Tom Skerritt as Drum Eatonton. Drum Eatonton is Malin's husband, straightforward and simple-minded. Whether he's recklessly shooting blanks at birds or deaf from said bullets, he stays true to his own motto: never deal with the wife. Tom Skerritt became well known in Hollywood for the 1970s film MASH, alongside Donald Sutherland and Elliot Gould. Then 1979's creepy sci-fi epic Alien continued Skerritt's string of box office hits. From 1988 to 1992, he starred in the David E. Kelley-created series Picket Fences. One of his best-known roles was in 1986's Top Gun. For more on Tom and the other Tom too, check out our deep dive into that Tony Scott-directed action flick. He's 90 years old today, and we last saw him in 2021's Catch the Bullet. Dolly Parton as Truvy Jones. Truvy Jones is the big-haired beautician who has lived in Chinquapin Parish all her life. She is married to Spud Jones, played by playwright Sam Shepard. Truvy is vivacious and full of gossip, with the most successful shop in town. As Truvy says, there's no such thing as natural beauty. It's all about the effort, and Dolly gave hers. After a poor take, director Herbert Ross reprimanded Dolly and asked if she could act. She replied, "No, but it's your job to make me look like I can." By 13 years old, Dolly Parton was already recording on a small label and appearing at the Grand Ole Opry. At 20, she married Carl Dean, who ran an asphalt paving business, and the two have been happily married ever since. The following year, Porter Wagner hired her to begin appearing on his program, and after 7 years of wildly popular duets, Dolly embarked on her solo career. From one-hits like Joshua to Jolene, Dolly was now shaping the 1970s soundtrack. Her first film role was in the 1980s, co-starring with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin in 9 to 5. Dolly wrote and recorded the film's title song, which, when released, won 2 Grammy Awards for the singer-actress. The 80s brought Steel Magnolias, as well as The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, co-starring with Burt Reynolds. Parton is also a business titan. The Dollywood Foundation has several ventures, highlighted by Dollywood located near Knoxville, Tennessee. The foundation also contributes to several charitable organizations, including the American Red Cross and HIV/AIDS-related charities. Today, Dolly is 78 years old and deserves every accolade, even if she won't accept. In response to a 2021 proposal to erect a statue of Parton in Tennessee, she responded, "Given all that is going on in the world, I don't think putting me on a pedestal is appropriate at this time." And in 2022, she claimed she doesn't deserve the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nomination that she received, although the board decided to keep her on the list regardless. We don't disagree with that. Shirley MacLaine as Miss Weezer. I'm not crazy. I've just been in a very bad mood 40 years. Miss Weezer is the grouchy and feared elder of the town and Claire's best friend. She comes marching up with her huge Clifford-sized dog barking away. The chemistry between her and Drum is mean and downright hysterical. Although she and Tom Skerritt played antagonists, in 1976, the pair played a married couple in The Turning Point, coincidentally also directed by Herbert Ross. Shirley MacLaine's professional career began in 1955 in Alfred Hitchcock's The Trouble with Harry. 3 years later, MacLaine co-starred with Frank Sinatra in Some Came Running and received her first Oscar nomination. Then, in 1960, she acted alongside Jack Lemmon in The Apartment, once again nominated for Best Actress. However, MacLaine wouldn't take home the trophy until her 6th nominated ceremony for 1983's Terms of Endearment. More recently, it was fun seeing her take on the iconic role of Endora in the 2005 reboot attempt of Bewitched. Today, Shirley MacLaine is 89 and still at it. Fans last saw her in the 2019 Disney Plus Christmas original Noelle and a 2022 episode of Only Murders in the Building, and she'll be seen in the 2024 Netflix romantic comedy, A Family Affair. Aside from her acting, she has also written several books on metaphysics, spirituality, and reincarnation. Daryl Hannah as Annelle. There's a story there. Valedictorian of her beauty class, Annelle is the newbie in town and apprentice to Truvy. Fans watch Annelle become a confident member of society, and her growth is beautiful. Daryl Hannah got her start in 1978, but really gained her footing in 1982, starring as the violent and acrobatic replicant in Ridley Scott's classic Blade Runner. 2 years later, Hannah was given possibly her best-known role alongside Tom Hanks as the mermaid in Splash. Her film career never let up. Daryl Hannah revitalized her career in the 2000s in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, Volumes 1 and 2. Most recently, she starred in the Netflix series Sense8 for both seasons and was in 2021's The American Connection. Latest credits include the television series The Now, the 2021 film Cosmic Radio, and 2023's Buckle Up. Today she's 63 years old, and aside from acting, Hannah is also a staunch political activist, often protesting various political policies that go against the ability to environmentally sustain. She even has her own weekly video blog called DH Love Life, Olympia Dukakis as Claire Belcher. Well, you know what they say. If you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, come sit by me. Claire Belcher is the town's former First Lady and a vital member of the friend group. She was affluent and kind and got Malin out of her post-funeral crying spell by suggesting she sock Weezer in the face. Olympia Dukakis' career began in 1962, but took off in the 80s, thanks to an Academy Award-winning role in 1987's Moonstruck. She followed that with Steel Magnolias, and then played the principal in 1995's Mr. Holland's Opus. This woman works consistently. In 1993, she starred in the miniseries Tales of the City, and that has regrouped multiple times for more installments. Most recently, 2019's 10 episodes for Netflix. Olympia passed away at 89 years old. A hardcore New Yorker, she released her best-selling autobiography, Ask Me Again Tomorrow, A Life in Progress. Julia Roberts as Shelby Eatonton. Shelby is the eldest child and nurse, whose wedding sets the stage for the film. She sadly suffers from type 1 diabetes, and her health troubles plague our storyline. The first diabetic episode in the beauty salon is hard to watch, and Julia's acting was quite remarkable. Julia Roberts' first big feature role was in 1988 for the film Mystic Pizza. She followed that with her role in Steel Magnolias, and Hollywood now had a new top 5 superstar on their hands. Following her role as Shelby, Roberts sparked the 90s with Pretty Woman opposite Richard Gere, and bested that one with her first of the 2000s, winning an Oscar for the true story of Erin Brockovich. Today, she's 56 and is just as active and wonderful as ever, most recently in the 2022 limited series Gaslit for Stars and the 2022 film Ticket to Paradise. Leave the World Behind is currently in production. Roberts and her husband, cameraman Daniel Motter, met on the set of their film The Mexican in 2000. They have 3 children together. What a phenomenal cast. It's thrilling to watch the seasoned talents of Sally Field and Shirley MacLaine welcome such incredible newcomers as Julia Roberts and Daryl Hannah. What a film. Who was your favorite character from Steel Magnolias? Write your opinions in the comments. Thank you for watching the video until the end, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. It gives us motivation.